Hello everyone, welcome again. My name is Larissa Lopes and you're watching the 12 Habits That Changed My Life. Today I want to talk to you about motivation. A lot of people uh, give up in the middle of their way because they don't feel motivated enough. And I understand, willpower don't last forever. We already talked about it. We need habits to keep ourselves going, keep forcing ourselves to continue. But it is your job to keep yourself motivated, and it's really important to remind yourself first, where do you want to get? And second, why do you want to get there? I know a lot of people don't understand my transformation because first I didn't diet, I really didn't follow any diet and I didn't stop eating anything that I wanted to. I did stop wanting some things, but I didn't stop eating anything that I wanted, and I didn't really exercise. I had become more active because in France I don't have a car, so I started walking a lot more than in Brazil, and that made me lose weight naturally. But I never had this routine of exercising, so it's been 10 months only that I have found a way of including exercising in my routine in a way that is joyful for me and that I can follow through. So it's all being really natural and with no sacrifice and no suffering at all. And people don't understand that because they associate transformation, losing weight, with pain and sacrifices. And I think the key for this to understand what happened to me is my motivation. And a big part of motivation is why. Why are you doing this? Why do you want this thing? Because if you get in a transformation like this, thinking about your physical and having only the physical part as a goal, you're probably gonna have more trouble than I did. Because you're probably gonna focus in the things that you're giving up and you're letting go in order for you to achieve that body that you want. And for me it wasn't like this. I was focusing on the things that I was winning. I was improving me as a person. I really committed to become the best version of myself, and I only saw what I was winning with this transformation. I never thought about the things I was giving up. So I think it's really important to know why you're doing this, and I would strongly advise you to have a better reason than just your physical, because if you don't, you will suffer a lot more than I did. But if you focus on the things that you are winning and in how better your life will be when you are healthier and happier and more confident, I believe it's gonna be much, much, much easier for you. I love this quote that says that we are all self-made, but only the successful will admit it. And it's true, we are all responsible for who we are today and everything we achieved in life. And one of the most important things to have the strength to achieve what you want is to keep yourself motivated. And I want to share with you what I've been doing to keep me on track and to have the strength to follow my dreams. And one of the tips I'm gonna tell you to help you motivate yourself is this: don't believe in your negative thoughts. I love quotes. I think you might have noticed that already. So every time I hear something that inspires me, I write it down, and I have in my bathroom a wall next to my mirror with all the quotes that have already inspired me. And when I start feeling like these negative thoughts come to my head, I go to the mirror and I start reading all these quotes, and I feel motivated instantly. You have to protect yourself from these negative thoughts and just shut them up, make them stop and think about positive things instead. And here's my second tip that are affirmations. For example, if you think that you're ugly, if you don't like what you're seeing in the mirror, tell yourself the opposite, tell yourself, I am in the best shape of my life. I've never been so happy with my body. I've never felt so pretty. Or if you think you're not smart enough and you don't have what it takes to do something, say the opposite. I am capable of doing this. I have what it takes, and I am finishing it. Faith comes by hearing, and the more you tell yourself these things, the more you will believe they are true. And we believe our own voice more than anyone else. So if you keep telling yourself you're not pretty, you're not smart enough, you're gonna believe in these things. You have to start playing this game in your favor and talking about the things you want to make you to believe. Another thing that is really great to keep you motivated is to mark your progress. So I normally do two things. I have a calendar where I mark the days that I went exercise. So I color it in green if I've been to the park that day, and in red if I don't. Looking at the green ones make me proud of myself. So I want that feeling. It motivates you to keep going, because you don't want to color the thing red, you don't want to see everything red, you want to see everything green. And another thing that I do is my gratitude book. So everything that happened to me, all the little miracles that happened in my life, I write it down, I put a photo, and it's really great to just look at the pages and see all the great miracles that have already happened in my life. It gives you strength, it motivates you to keep going as well. And to finish, I think probably the most important thing about self-motivation is to control the spirit of your day, is to take the first minutes, the first hour, and to set the right tone for your day. I usually do this with my hour of power, but if I don't have time for the whole hour, I take at least 10 minutes to start my day every single day being grateful for what I already have, and then for what is coming. And I finish this morning ritual investing in myself, learning something, listening something to build my faith. And faith is really, really, really important when it comes to motivation, because if you don't believe it's possible for you, it doesn't worth trying, it doesn't worth doing anything. So in the end, motivation is nothing more than to build your faith, to make you believe that the thing is possible for you. So I strongly advise you to go search for any book, any quote, any movie, any podcast that inspire you, that makes you believe. And I want to finish the video today with one of my favorite quotes that says that whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So never, never, never stop believing, because it's up to you. It's you that is going to decide if something is possible or not for you. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you next week.